The Alex Eala story nobody is telling you, viral deals, real millions, and the parents who made it all possible. Pause whatever you're doing and really absorb this, because what we are about to unpack is not just another tennis update, it is a generational shift in Philippine sports history. This story, as told on Court Vision Media, goes far beyond a single match or a routine ranking jump. It centers on a 20-year-old athlete from Quezon City who has quietly rewritten the standards of what a Filipino tennis player can achieve, all while the internet buzzes with exaggerated headlines and completely fabricated sponsorship rumors attempting to inflate or distract from her real accomplishments. February 9th, 2026 is a date that deserves permanent ink in the sports archives. On that day, Alexandra Eala rose to world number 40 in the WTA rankings, officially becoming the highest-ranked Filipino tennis player ever, not just among women, but across the entire sport. No technical loopholes. No symbolic qualifiers. Simply the highest-ranked Filipino in tennis history. And yet, as this historic milestone unfolded in real time, social media platforms were flooded with fictional $45 million Wilson deals, imaginary Emirates Airlines contracts, and made-up endorsement quotes that she never uttered. That contrast between documented achievement and viral fabrication is precisely why this conversation matters. Welcome back to Court Vision Media, where the goal is always to present the tennis stories that genuinely deserve attention, told with context, depth, and integrity. If you believe in celebrating real milestones rather than manufactured hype, this is the moment to show it. Hit that like button right now if you stand behind Alex Eala's journey. Subscribe to Court Vision Media so you never miss a verified update or a breaking development. Turn on the notification bell because when major tennis stories unfold, we post fast and we post first. Now let's step into the full picture. Start with the raw truth, because the truth requires no embellishment. 12 months before entering the top 40, Alex was ranked number 140 in the world. She was navigating qualifying draws, smaller tournaments, and the relentless grind that defines early professional development. Every ranking point required endurance. Every win demanded resilience. Then came the Miami Open, and everything changed. Entering the tournament as a wild card, meaning she was not even initially qualified for the main draw, she produced one of the most electrifying runs in recent WTA memory. She defeated Jelena Ostapenko. She overcame Madison Keys, the reigning Australian Open champion. Then she stunned Iga Swiatek in straight sets, a commanding victory over one of the most dominant figures in women's tennis. That wasn't luck. That wasn't a feel-good underdog script. That was a seismic shift. Although she eventually fell to Jessica Pegula in the semifinals, the damage to the status quo had already been done. She entered the WTA Top 100 for the first time, rising to number 75. She became the first Filipino in history to reach a WTA 1000 semifinal. She also became the first wildcard in WTA history to defeat 3 major champions in straight sets at a single event. And she was just 19 years old. The momentum did not stall. She reached her first WTA Tour-level final in Eastbourne. She captured a WTA 125 title in Guadalajara, marking another national first. By the end of 2025, she had climbed to number 50 in the world, an extraordinary leap from number 140 in a single season. Then 2026 began with further proof of growth, semifinal appearances in Auckland in both singles and doubles, a powerful showing at the inaugural Philippine Women's Open in Manila in front of a home crowd, and a dramatic quarterfinal run in Abu Dhabi where she rallied from 2-5 down in the third set against Alexandra Sasnovich, eventually winning in a tense tiebreak after nearly 3 hours of play. When the rankings updated again on February 9, 2026, the number beside her name read 40, a new career high and the highest ranking any Filipino tennis player has ever achieved. So when viral posts claim she signed a $45 million Wilson contract or secured a massive Emirates Airlines partnership, understand what is happening. Reality is being overshadowed by fiction. Some of those posts even gathered over 103,000 likes before being debunked. Fact-checking outlets such as Rappler and Verifiles exposed how fabricated quotes were attributed to Alex and how images of executives no longer affiliated with certain companies were used to create credibility. There were no official announcements, no verified press releases, no confirmation from her social media accounts. Yet the story spread rapidly, fueled by excitement, national pride, and algorithms designed to amplify engagement over accuracy. The irony is that her authentic sponsorship profile is already impressive and continues to expand organically. Globe Telecom has supported her since childhood. Babolat provides her rackets, aligning her with one of tennis's most established equipment brands. Nike outfits her on court. The Bank of the Philippine Islands partners with her for campaigns centered on discipline and financial literacy. Locally Juice added her as an ambassador in July 2025. These are real, documented relationships built on performance and professionalism, not fantasy. Behind the rankings and brand logos lies something far more meaningful: sacrifice. Mike and Riza Eala invested not just money but faith. Riza, a former Southeast Asian Games bronze medalist in swimming, understood elite training demands. When they recognized their daughter's potential, they made a defining decision, sending her to Spain at 13 to train at the Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca. That meant international relocation, emotional distance, financial strain, and the daily uncertainty of long-term athletic development. Tennis is expensive: coaching fees, global travel, accommodations, equipment, physiotherapy, nutrition, tournament entries. It is often described as a sport of kings for a reason. Mike managed logistics and shielded her from external pressures while Riza anchored belief and structure. The development paid off. Alex won the Australian Open Junior Doubles title in 2020, Roland Garros Junior Doubles in 2021, and the U.S. Open Junior Singles title in 2022, becoming the first Filipino to win a Grand Slam Junior Singles championship. Her progression from junior success to professional breakthrough was not accidental; it was built deliberately. At the Rafa Nadal Academy, she refined her identity as a player, a left-handed aggressor with a commanding forehand that dictates rallies, a steady two-handed backhand, elite footwork, and a competitive mindset shaped by high-performance training environments. Coaches have emphasized her potential, noting that as her serve strengthens and her clay court consistency deepens, her ceiling remains open. At 20 years old, her physical prime is still ahead. Looking toward 2026, a new challenge emerges, defending 390 ranking points from Miami. This is the so-called defender's dilemma. Opponents now study her game. Expectations rise. Pressure intensifies. Yet early results suggest that pressure sharpens her focus rather than weakening it. The evidence lies in Auckland, Manila, and Abu Dhabi, performances marked by resilience. Commercially, analysts have drawn comparisons to Emma Raducanu's post-U.S. Open surge in sponsorship value. Alex's Miami breakthrough may prove to be a similar catalyst. Her social media following surged by hundreds of thousands during that run. She is no longer solely a Philippine headline; she is part of the broader WTA narrative. And through it all, the message remains clear: celebrate what is real. If you value verified achievements over viral exaggeration, hit like. If you want consistent, accurate coverage, subscribe to Court Vision Media. Turn on notifications so you remain informed the moment major updates drop. Because this story is still unfolding, and it is already historic without a single invented headline.